Hey guys, welcome to the very first YouTube channel video on my new channel. I'm John from the Galaxy's Greatest, and I am joined by Jonah from the Galaxy's Greatest. Hey mate,
John, thanks very much for having me on for your first stream, buddy.
not a problem, mate. Um, you might know Jonah from being the TO of the European bracket um, on TTS, which this game is. Both players are 3-1, so this is an elimination round. We have Dave, who is in the blue corner, running Asgard with the new restricted researcher and Brothers in Arms. And then on the other side, we've got Goldwar, who is Matt, who is running Convocation. So this will be a very fun, interesting game. I will let them know that we are recording and they can go for it. How do you feel the new restricted will do you reckon it'll have a part to play in this?
I think so. I still think Asgard are very strong. I mean, we should get that out of the way at the
Yeah,
start, right? Asgard are the new big bad in the meta at the moment. Although Dave does get a pass because Dave has been playing Asgard since he first picked up the game around 4 years ago.
he
So
certainly
it's his
has.
time to shine. I personally don't think it's going to be quite enough to clip their wings, but I
Yeah,
think it's evidence that AMG have obviously recognised the issue, and I think there'll probably be some more changes to come soon.
yeah, definitely. I think it's very interesting researcher being the very first crisis to be restricted. Obviously, they you have to win prio, and then you've got to pick your extract, and still it's a 33%. So whether that's enough for people to bring it, or whether it's enough to for people to leave it at home, is to be decided because it's quite fresh.
Yeah, the update came out, what, a week ago today, I think, on the day we're filming this.
Yes,
So the general consensus that I've seen from a lot of Asgard players is that they will still run it though, which I think speaks volumes about just how powerful Asgard are on that combo when they get it.
yeah, definitely. And if anyone is lucky enough not to have played the Asgard on Researcher, it is the new Thor, new Loki, and Bill, which is just yeah, very strong. Right, just waiting for these guys to roll, and then we'll get into the game. So
Yeah,
looking
David said Matty has gone to sort the dog, so you might just need to edit a bit of this filler out, John.
okay, that's absolutely fine. We can do that. That's not a
Yeah.
problem.
Should we have a little chat on Matt's roster though?
Sure, yeah. So it's interesting. Matt's brought Shang-Chi. He's brought the new Thor as well. So there is that funny thing going on at the moment where the only way of countering Asgard is Asgard themselves. So it'll be interesting to see whether Thor comes out on Matty's side.
Oh, here we go. We've got our prior role, and it's Dave that's
Yeah,
got it. So will he pick his extracts?
looks
No,
like
no.
Matty picked his
Victor is secured.
extracts. Oh,
No, Dave
demons
Victor
and
secured.
scrolls.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's
Yeah,
still
so
going to
what are
be
you going to do?
very down the middle.
Going to get a lot of toys as well because the options are 19 or 20 threat.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Matty's got Voodoo on his side, who's immune to incinerate, and obviously Dave's got Bill. So I'd imagine both will come out. They're both very strong in their factions and out of their factions. So yeah, what do you reckon? Do you reckon on Dave's side it'll be the 15 threat plus another 4 threat, or maybe the two threats will come out, Okoye and Rocket?
Possibly, Dave does like to get a bit spicy and still run the old Thor where he thinks he's going to need condition removal. So with demons and with him potentially being worried about Shang-Chi, we might see old Thor.
Yeah, possibly. They've just let me know it's 20 threat as well, so every toy possible on the table. Looks like Matty's having a lot of dog issues. So there's quite a few. There's two size fours relatively close to the middle. There's couple of threes as well, so there'll be a lot of train throws in this game, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch all of Matty's roster. I assume he has brace.
I think he's got. I think he's got sacrifice and fullback, but he might have changed sacrifice for brace. He's definitely got fullback, I believe. Anyway, I think I saw it anyway.
Intriguing. Fullback feels unnecessary with convocation leadership. If I was
Yeah.
Matty, I think I would be playing Rhino in this match, simply to have a model to get rid of some of those size four terrains because Dave will absolutely be trying to use them as bowling balls because
Oh,
throws
definitely.
are something wizards are very weak to.
Yeah. I was thinking Sorcerer Supreme's pretty good against Thor and Loki to a degree with the reverse pierce. Definitely against Loki. Um, Being able to re-roll everything
Yeah,
as well if he gets quite a few skulls will help out as well.
yeah. The reverse PS is nice into Thor, but Strange is only three energy defense, so
Yeah.
if he doesn't get any wilds, I think he's going to be sad.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Also, as well, Dave might not even go with Loki leadership. He could take Jane, or as you said, he might bring OG Thor into the game as well.
Yeah, so far I think he has been switching just between the two Thors, the male ones, not Lady Thor.
Yeah.
Um, I
Here we go.
imagine that. Oh, here we go. We're getting squads. Okay.
It looks like Dave's gone the 15 threat plus Valkyrie and Okoye. And then Matty's
Uh,
got. Oh, Matty's brought Thor as well with Strange, Wong, Magic, and Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's an interesting one. Um, he gives out stun pretty easily. So whether Matty's idea is just to try to stun as many Asgards as possible early on will be uh, will be interesting.
yeah, Matty is fighting Thor with his own Thor as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, Matty does have brace. I think that's a pretty essential card for
yeah.
Wizards,
Oh yeah, he's
and
got
is
brace and sack. Yeah, I think.
going to be necessary in this match.
Yes, definitely. He's also bought Chi Mastery, which is whether it comes in clutch, whether he needs that stagger or whether he just needs that couple extra damage to go through. Also, Shang-Chi is quite a spicy pick with playing a Poldark as well, because obviously he can choose Mystic attacks.
Yeah, he's also good on the Ironbound Buck's turn.
Yeah,
He's obviously full physical defense anyway, so it's not a great buff. But against new Thor, who attacks with energy, but no, it doesn't work on energy, does it? So my
it turns
bad.
the physical into yeah. But interesting you
Yeah,
say that.
go on.
Matty hasn't actually bought Ironbound books with him.
Does he not? Wow, that is surprising.
Yeah, especially against such an attrition team, it does seem seems a bit strange. We can always ask him about it a bit later on. Um,
Yeah, I wonder if the reason why is because he's bought Bane of Damballa. So you already called out, John, the ease at which he can potentially give out stun. I
yeah,
wonder if he's going to be trying to put out stun and root.
yes, definitely. Which, although they can still hit very, very hard, it does stop Thor with his throwing into you and his obviously size 4 terrain throw as well.
Yeah, we might see Matty just charge Shang-Chi straight into the mix, try and do five elements fist to get the stuns out, and then do Bane of the Damballa early to try and slow the pace of the Asgard list down.
Yeah, definitely. And as me and you both know, if anyone's played Matty before, it is pure carnage. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in for a really good game here.
I think Wong's really interesting here because he has got several very good targets to give power to, and I think this is a really good advertisement for why advanced R&D has gone
Definitely.
because Strange, Thor, and Shang-Chi all really like an extra power round one. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of those Matty gives them to.
Exactly. And if Advanced R&D was still here, giving a power to Strange, Thor, and Shang-Chi, it'd just be very, very tricky. Looks like he's given the leadership to Doctor Strange.
Being not a surprise given that the other two Convocation characters are Magic and Wong, who are very, very squishy.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so Dave's got Prio. I think he probably goes with Valk and just picks up that side.
Yeah, because I don't think
Oh,
he's not too bothered if Shang goes after Valk because obviously it keeps Shang off his big boys.
yeah, with Shang being in front of that size three terrain, though, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe he can come around the corner and get her with a charge. If she gets pushed, that will obviously be a lot easier.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Here we go. This feels like the safest move, so I'm not
yeah,
surprised that he's doing that.
and as you said with Wong, it looked like Matt checked the range free on Wong to Shang Chi, so that might possibly be his his charger for the for round one.
Yeah, I think maybe it was Dave just trying to find out whether it was an option. So got
Oh,
Valkyrie scroll. Dave agreed.
it was the red, so it was Matty which checked with Wong. I think Dave was checking to see where Shang could go.
Right, so she
She's
doesn't
okay.
get pushed. Be a good warrior of legend for all that.
Yeah.
Mm. So we haven't talked too much about Dave's roster. It's as you called it, John. It's the power 15 of Loki, Better Ray Bill, and Thor 2, and he's added in Okoye and Valk, which I think are both solid choices.
Yeah, I really like Okoye in here. If the attrition's running away from Dave, Okoye is a great character that she can just keep people alive or people not staggered on certain times, which is really good. And Valk, if you roll well with Valk, she can tear you apart. So it'll um it'll be a really good game. And yeah, there's a lot of there'll be a big fight in the middle, I'd imagine, and we'll find out who wins.
Yeah, I like Okoye on demons as well because it means you can stand one of your characters on demons and have Okoye bodyguard the attack from them.
Yeah, definitely.
So Dave's taken Brothers in Arms anyway. It is one of his restricted cards, and it is really good on this map because, as you've already said, there'll be a fight in the center. I think Recal, Rainbow Bridge, and Odin's Blessing all very much speak for themselves. Rainbow Bridge, I think, is a very good counter to Doctor Strange's place.
Yes, definitely, because I'd imagine Matty might decide not to attack Thor once he's got stun and root on, and just try to use Strange just to place him away 3, just to try to keep him out of the fight. So obviously Rainbow Bridge on that turn will be very strong.
Yeah, I think despite some fairly aggressive characters in Sorcerer Supreme, Thor 2, and Shang-Chi, that you're right, that Matty might kind of lean into the control element at the start with Bane and with Stranger's Place effect.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, there we see Bill at the back. So I'd imagine at the end of this round you'll have Dave's Thor within 2 and probably on the middle point, ready for a Brothers in Arms, possibly round 2. So yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
Wong's given Shanga power.
The fact that they're both 5 wide, so that Dave will keep Prio round 2, I think is really big.
Yes, definitely.
So Matty's left his back scroll here. I wonder whether he just thinks Dave won't risk going for it, which looks like it is the case with Okoye going now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Okoye
Yeah,
up, but not on the demon point.
or maybe.
Oh, he's moving her back. He's not using the measurement tool, so we know
Yeah,
we know she can make this move, but yeah,
yeah.
there we
It's
go. This is
always good to keep your measurement sticks out until you've fully moved.
yeah, I think you've called it correctly that Dave will just go stand his Thor on the center as his lap excavation. That is
Yeah,
going to give Matty a chance to respond. So I suspect Dave's next action will be Loki just goes to stand on the back point.
yeah, definitely. It's interesting that he hasn't pushed Okoye a little bit further up because if he does decide to go with Thor onto the middle point, I'd imagine Okoye won't actually be in range 2 of him.
No, I think it's because it's Bill that has got the scroll though. So
Very
Dave
true.
would
Yeah,
probably mind a little bit less if Thor comes to target.
yeah, definitely.
Also, Thor is getting. Oh no, he's not getting pushed. Sorry, it was a bit of lag on the dice zone.
That will be interesting to see whether he decides to back out or where he goes with his 4.
He's setting himself up to go after Valk next round. But look at it.
Yeah, it looks like he's set himself up nicely within 2 of that size 4. So if Dave doesn't throw it first, Matty definitely will.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he could, if he's within range to throw it into Valk from there because
It's a
he's a
long.
medium throw,
It's
isn't he?
long now, isn't it? It's
Is it long? Oh yes.
yeah,
Okay, so he could. I like this play because I think it. So this looks like Loki going and moving Dave's Thor up,
yeah,
and we'll probably just go and stand on the back point now, as we said. Yeah, I like that play from Matty because if Dave wants to go first with Thor, it kind of leaves Valk in a bit of trouble.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
interesting. Hey, he's committing Loki forward.
So he's in range of Thor. So he's going for violence already.
Yes. He may be hoping to hit the trigger so that he can give Thor root and move him,
Oof,
which he has in
that was
fact
a
got.
yeah brutal hit.
Uh,
So 4, 5 successes because he counts the skull of Matty's dice as well. Into 2, so Matty should be taking 3 damage here.
yeah, I think they've missed that. Um, But probably more importantly for Dave, he has got the trigger to advance him and give him roots.
He's decided to bring him in. And there goes Matty's leadership.
Okay, so having been brought in, he's decided to just stick himself on the point.
I'm just letting them know that Thor takes 3. Oh, they've picked it up already. Cool, that's nice. I was just going to let them know. But
yeah, I popped it into Discord for them.
Oh, perfect, thank you. He took another damage for some reason. But it's interesting that Thor hasn't counter striked Loki, seeing as he's very hard to take down.
Yeah, I wonder if Matty forgot about that. That's a question to ask
Yeah.
later, I think.
So it looks like Shang will be close to Bill, but it looks more than likely it'll just be into Loki there. It'll be closer to Bill.
Yeah, I think he makes into both of them.
Definitely not Thor. Looks like he's committed into Loki there. Yeah, the only one in range is Loki, so I'd imagine he'll make it physical, as Loki's got 5 Mystic.
He is blocking it all, and Matty doesn't have the trigger for the stagger either.
Looks like he takes 1 because Loki doesn't count his own skulls, only the opponents. So
Oh, okay.
one's going through. Is it a crit and a shield? Is it the crit and shield for the
It
stagger?
is, yeah.
But he is
So he's
pushing
gonna,
him and gonna give him stun,
yeah.
which Loki doesn't really
With
mind because of the leadership.
Yeah, I was just about to make the same point.
Yeah,
Loki collects lots of powers in multiples of 1, so he's probably okay.
yeah. But it did look like we were right with Matty's choice for Shang, just trying to. He was obviously trying to go for Thor there to get the early stun on. Um, but Matty is in a dangerous spot because Thor hasn't activated yet.
Yeah, Strange isn't gonna do a huge amount without his place online either, so I think Dave might just commit into the centre here, probably go after opposing Thor, and we'll have a Thor off.
Oh, looks like he's choosing violence.
into Shang. Okay. I'm surprised at that, given how much damage Matty has taken.
Oof, big hit.
Oh, dearie word. That's for 4 damage. That's
Yeah.
almost a dead Shang-Chi.
So that gives him plenty of power to throw himself into Shang. Uh, and it
Okay,
will.
which I suspect he'll do next.
Oh, he's using the leadership. So as we spoke, Loki's getting a lot of power.
Oh, and he's done enough to
Oh,
one-hit Shang.
ouch. That is big. So he now has enough to even move, throw the size 4, and to throw himself into Thor if he wants to. But it looks like he's looking at Brothers in Arms for the next round.
I mean, given all his power, I think I would throw myself forward here anyway, and then attack Thor to see if you can get some more damage on him now and set up for a big Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
What
so
is Matty
it looks
making?
like he got a wild, which means Matty's Thor takes a damage from Thor's attack.
Oh, from the lightning arc,
Yeah,
yes.
and the leadership is just from enemy effects. So looks like he's realised he's in a bit of danger there, so he's got out a little bit.
Yeah, I like that play actually from Matty.
Yeah,
I think Dave's Thor can still get to him, throw himself into Shang-Chi and probably be within range 3. But I wonder if he just walks onto the point and takes the point instead.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see whether Dave tries to KO.
So
Is he
he's got
throwing himself into?
so he is, I think, probably just going to go after Thor here.
It'll be interesting to see if that's in range.
I think it is. Looks close, but okay. So he's within 2 of the terrain, within 2 of Bill for Brothers in Arms. Is he within
Oh
3 of the
yeah,
other
he
Thor?
is.
Yes.
So it looks like he's set himself up for a throw early next round.
Yeah. So Matty can't use the bump again, but he would be able to use it in response to the first attack next round.
Yeah. So I think Dave's trying to get as much power as possible here to potentially at the beginning of next round uh, throw himself into Shang, hoping to get Brace off and then throw a size 4 into Shang.
What's going on? They started to roll dice and now it's like they're checking something.
He's clicking around here for some reason.
Okay, I think
I have a cross instead of a cursor.
yeah, so he's changed the hand, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
So he wasn't able to interact with anything. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So, it's okay, actually. It's not so
Yeah.
bad. I saw those 2 crits and thought that was
Okay, so
okay.
one's going through. It'll be interesting to see whether he uses for leadership because he only needs for 1 power to get the double throw at the beginning of next round.
But it costs a power to use the leadership, right? So
Yeah,
he will
so
be
he'd be risking, or he's using it.
He has chipped the damage into
Wong.
Wong as well. Yeah, he gets the extra
He
damage
gets it,
through on
yeah.
4. So this feels real bad for Matty, that Dave will start next turn with Brothers in Arms. And enough power, as you said, to do the throw of himself and the throw of this size 4 terrain.
Yeah.
He'll only get one attack on the opposing Thor, though, because it's just within 3. So if he doesn't take him out with that, the bump from Matty's leadership will save him, but he's only got 2 health, so
Yeah, definitely. Matty is in a
one.
bad spot at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Wong might become a victim of
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah. Here comes Strange to save the day. It'll be interesting to see whether Dave does Brothers in Arms next round, or whether he wants for 6 power for the 2 throws straight away.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like he'll risk it because, Brothers in Arms, he only needs to get 1 power off an attack then to still be able to do the double throw.
Yeah.
Oh no, is Matty about to attack him? Matty might be about to give him the 1 power
Oh,
he needs.
yeah.
So Thor is 4/4/4, so it doesn't matter what Matty chooses.
Good defense. So there's 4 going through with a blocking of 3.
So Matty has to use his re-rolls first. Dave's already paying, so maybe Matt's decided not to.
Yeah.
Oh no, here we go. Yeah, they're talking about it now, I think. I wouldn't do that if I was Dave. I would just take that 1 damage.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
Okay.
he's going for it.
One of Matty's infamous re-rolls, everybody.
1 more damage. Or was it?
So
No,
no
he got
top
4th
4.
last. Yeah. So it's exactly the
Yeah.
same.
I don't love this re-roll from Dave, though, as I said.
No. Oh, he's given him poison, I believe. Oh, poison and root. Is he using? Yeah, he's used Bane and Dambola,
Yeah, so
which is very, very nice. Everyone's rooted.
yeah, that's a good play actually. And I actually thought the Bane of Dambala, the character had to be within 2, which is why I thought he was going to do it Shang-Chi. I didn't realize it was effectively an unlimited range.
Yeah, that's very strong. So yeah, Thor's both his throw himself and throw terrain will cost 4 now, which will come in quite big for next round.
Yeah, so for 1 power, he's put out 3 routes, and that feels very strong.
4 roots. Everyone but Valkyrie's
So he has to
rooted.
upgrade as well. So that's a very nice play from Matty.
Yeah, definitely. I feel Asgard are obviously top tier at the moment, but giving them lots and lots of conditions certainly does slow them down to a degree.
So the double throws off the board, but do we think Dave will just brothers in arms and just try and raw dog it with the dice?
I think so. He's poisoned as well, so he's only got 5 power going into this round. Yeah, I think he just double brothers in arms potentially just tries taking Thor out, which will give him 7 power. Um, Potentially throwing the size 4 or throwing himself into Shang, trying to do more damage, and then doing whichever one he didn't do into Shang again.
Yeah. Here we go. 1 power off Thor, 1 power off Better Ray. So they're playing Brothers in Arms. This also stops Strange placing either of them this round.
Yeah, which is big.
With a 10 dice builder into the opposing Thor, if he hits the wild as well, he's going to hit basically Matty's whole team. And that's a really good way of getting damage into Shang-Chi.
Or potentially hitting Shang and obviously hoping for a wild. And if you do that twice, then Thor goes down as well. But obviously, Shang has to stay on the table twice for that to happen.
Also, Shang needs to be within 3 after the bump from the leadership, which he might not be.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we got dice.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you called it. He's going for it into Shang-Chi.
Oof,
Oh,
6.
I mean,
So it's 7 into 3 at the moment.
okay, so he'll probably use the leadership here.
Yeah,
Oh, no, they're adding power on. Is he not going to use the leadership?
doesn't look like it.
Okay. And you can use the convocation bump more than once in a turn on different characters. So Matty could bump twice here, once on Shang and once on Thor.
Yeah. Which I would definitely get Thor further away from the mayhem at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think Matty probably just accepts that Shang-Chi dies here. So he possibly bumps Shang-Chi forward and Thor backwards.
Yeah,
But you'll want to stop that. You want to stop that charge, that throw rather, from Dave's Thor. So you'll want to stay in the way a bit, I think.
it looks like Thor might use his push on the builder as well, which obviously Matty gets to place afterwards, so it might potentially get him out of range 3 of him.
Dave does have the power to throw himself, though. So Matty's
Yeah,
bumps are going to be interesting here.
here we go.
As we thought, bumping his own Thor backwards. So I think essentially here Matty is daring Dave to just put his Thor into the mix. Of course, if he throws himself in, he will lose Brothers in Arms.
Yeah,
But I feel like he might do it. I don't think he's going to fit there, is he? Maybe.
just readjusting, it looks like.
Yeah, it's hard to see with the shadow on that bulldozer. Oh, it
Oh,
clears
yeah,
it easily. Okay.
got it.
So Thor could probably throw himself into the bulldozer here, still be within 2, and
Yeah,
then finish Shang off.
so
Or he could
yeah,
leave the Brothers in Arms bubble and just try and go after them.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does here. It looks like he's using
He's
the
going
throw.
for the throw.
Or was he trying to
He's
throw
only he's
that?
Yeah, he's only paid 3 though. He needs to pay another because he's rooted. I hope they pick that up.
Yeah.
So is he hoping to go at Shang-Chi or Strange? Yeah, I mean, this is just going to pull Brace out, I imagine.
Yeah.
Um, maybe not into Shang-Chi. Does Matty accept Shang's death, or just try and dissect, keep Brace for his own Thor or for Strange?
Yeah. I think he'll brace it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you call that.
I think he's hoping he survives this, just so he can try to stud or stagger a couple more people.
Yeah, I don't hate it either because it gives Thor a choice now.
Yeah.
If Shang went down to that building, you've lost four threat. Okay, so Dave's only paying three again.
So he had the
He
power to
should
do both, but he should be on a zero power at the moment.
he, sh- he should be on zero. Yeah. Okay, so he's doing the play we thought, throwing himself into that, so he stays within two, and then he probably attacks Shang-Chi again
Yeah.
and tries to get splash damage onto Thor.
So
The interesting thing will be, does Matty sacrifice?
yeah, I was literally about to say that. I think Matty might sacrifice. Um,
Yeah, there you go. Sacrifice.
yeah.
Who's he going to sacrifice it onto, though?
If he's in range of Thor, I'd potentially put it into Thor just because he's going to go down anyway, potentially.
I think I think so too. I think he's put it into Strange, which I don't love that decision. I think you're right. He should
No.
have put it into Thor because
Yeah.
a single wild dazes Thor anyway.
Oof.
So Thor is dazed, and Strange is taking potentially a lot of unnecessary damage. Okay, so Dave's using the leadership he shouldn't be able to use here.
Yeah. So that's 6 into 2. Into potential, well, 5 potentially into 2 because of the reverse pierce.
Yeah, I don't think Matty rerolls here.
I don't think he can with sacrifice, can he? Or is it just for crits?
Oh, good point. Yeah, you can't modify either.
Yeah. So that was very risky.
So there you go. Dave's taken the one off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made a note to ask Matty why he didn't just sacrifice it onto Thor, seeing as his death was somewhat inevitable.
Yeah, definitely. Because if Strange went down then, that would have been a massive, massive blow for Matty. So
So
I think,
Matty's got to go with Shang-Chi here.
yeah, I think, yeah, Shang goes. But the problem is I feel like he'll probably want to get a double stagger out, but one of them staggers will have to go into Okoye because she's sitting nicely on 2 power. Oh no, she's rooted
She's
as well.
rooted.
Yeah, so hopefully they pick that
Yeah,
up as well.
I don't know what they're pointing at there.
Potentially, all the damage.
Yeah, so I mean, Matty could just pick up that scroll with Shang-Chi and run away. But
Yeah,
I feel like you're right. I feel like he's going to try and charge in and get stagger and then get another stagger. And of course, he's got lots of power and he does have chi mastery. So the chances of him getting at least one of them off is good.
yeah. I think he's going to go in and try to stagger and stun both Bill and
Well,
Thor.
he's gone with Sorcerer Supreme Strange. He's paying
Ooh,
for the place.
this is interesting. Looks like he's looking at the. It costs 6 power, doesn't it? His
He's AoE.
yeah.
He might just be looking to get a power to just move Loki away, perhaps, but he's put himself into a Bill and he can't move Bill away.
Yeah. Very strange.
Okay, so he's attacking Bill.
I'd imagine to see a re-roll here from Matty.
Yeah.
The problem is as well is if Matty decides to double hit. Oh, he's all right now. But if he decided to double attack someone and he got skulls in both of the attacks, he would daze himself with Loki's "Oh my, what a pity."
Yeah, so Bill's paying for a reroll. And I suspect he will also pay. Oh, he can't pay to reduce the damage. No, we can't do that, Dave. Oh, no, they've caught that. They've got it. So
Okay, that's good.
he's blocked one, taken 3. He must have just not quite taken the one off for the reroll. What's he measuring out here?
Warpath, it looks like.
Well, he's got his own advance, hasn't he? So
Also, as well, yeah.
So he's doing honor bound there.
Yeah.
So I feel like Shang-Chi is about to get a size 4 bulldozer in the face after this activation, presuming Bill's still alive.
There we go. We see Loki going, which I don't hate. That's quite a good play, but again,
I don't think Dave minds, though. I think, with a long war, Loki's basically there to enable the leadership, and this is the Bill and Thor show this round.
Yeah.
Oh, what a block from Bill.
Really, really good. I think Matty was probably trying to get the days on Bill, which was obviously going to be very tricky, but
it's made it even worse. At the moment, Bill can't throw that bulldozer because of root.
Yeah.
He does have enough power to summon the storm. He might summon the storm into Doctor Strange, who has flight.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
It would be an 8 dice attack with 2 rerolls, 3 with the leadership.
Or is he looking at moving, hitting potentially Wong, trying to get 1 power, and then throwing Shang-Chi into the digger?
Maybe. I'll tell you one thing we have forgotten, John.
What's that, mate?
Magic and Valkyrie are also in this game.
They are. I was literally looking at them thinking, oh, wonder if they're just cheerleading from the side at the moment. They're like, we don't want any part of this.
I've been playing Magic a little bit recently because I've been playing Apocalypse.
Oh,
They've
nice.
forgotten the route again.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Magic? Sorry, you're playing Apocalypse recently.
Yeah, I've been playing her with Apocalypse and I quite like her, but she is very squishy, so she's not going to want to go into that fight in the middle.
Yeah. They're both whiffed at the moment. Yeah, only one going in to Wong, so he survives. But yeah, this puts Matt in a very tricky position.
Yeah, I think so. And those watching may know that I am an accuser in the TTS League, but the reason I'm not stepping in is because we have a policy where streamers don't go in and make rules corrections. So we've made a few comments about Dave and Matty for getting the route, which was such a good play to do round one. But we'll pick it up with them afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. Ironically, Bill just did the 1 damage to Wong, so he could have killed Shang after the
Oh, there we go. Dave has just said, forgot route, paying the tax now.
paying the tax to bring Shang back.
Uh,
Yeah,
well,
but
he's taken
yeah,
a power off. He's taken that one power off
yeah.
Better Ray Bill.
So yeah,
He hasn't taken any power off Thor, though. I wonder if they're going to correct that as well. It was like they heard us talking about it, like they knew.
I'm glad they picked that up though, because that'd be a real feel bad for Matty.
Yeah, Thor should be on zero though, and I'm pretty sure paid for a re-roll when he wasn't allowed.
Yeah, and that reroll it converted as well.
Yes. So I think Matt might have passed here. He has, which is just allowing Loki to just double walk up and get that scroll.
Yeah, I feel he hasn't got anyone really to pick that up because Wong doesn't really want to double move and pick it up and then feed himself
Yeah,
to Loki, I suppose, or to Valk.
that's fair. I mean, the
So
one thing that we haven't thought about in all this yet is that Matty will have priority next round.
yes, so his Thor could potentially do a lot of damage before Dave uh, activates anyone.
Yeah, and Dave has walked his scroll on Bill up. Okay, so Loki is paying to place Bill and is going to place him back onto that point by the look of it.
Looks like it, yeah.
So Dave picked the scroll up, but I think he's realised that that might push him out of range. So he's just put it back down, which Matty's obviously given him permission to do, and he's going to do the place before he picks up the scroll in case it pushes him out of range.
Yeah, which is a play that a lot of people make mistakes with the scrolls, uh, which I've certainly made a few mistakes where you're in a good position. You've got a big plan. You pick up the scroll before doing any of the plan, and you get pushed, which he
And he
does get
does get
pushed. Yeah,
pushed. Yeah, he's got a good play. So Matty wants no part of Loki, does he?
I would have thought he would have pushed him away, unless he's thinking of the next round of Thor throwing that size 3 into his face.
All throwing himself because
Yeah,
Dave doesn't have brace because, of course, his restricted cards are Brothers in Arms and Research Station.
yeah. I wonder whether Wong's going to move up and try to heal Strange, or whether he just heals himself. Which he's obviously deciding about now. Yeah, he's decided to heal himself, which is, I think, a good play.
Strange on 2 power. His AoE is 6. Yeah, so he won't start next round with enough power. He might try and get one and then do the AoE,
Yeah.
or one's going to attack Bill.
Here he goes. Go on, Wongers.
It's just, oh no, Bill doesn't have any power. Oh, okay. 3 damage off
There we go.
Spawn. He's dazed him.
The power of Wong.
He has dazed Bill, who doesn't even have any power to pay for the reroll
We love to see
or to reduce.
it. Wong Saucer Supreme.
Yeah, maybe Dave's wishing he'd moved Bill backwards onto the middle point now.
Yeah. And he does not get placed either. Maybe he should have shut Considerate, because there might be a play maybe where Okoye can move and throw a spear into him, potentially.
Yeah, I think because he's probably all right because of that
Yeah.
bulldozer.
It'd be tight, but yeah.
But didn't he take an action to heal him now?
Yeah. I don't think the heal costs an action. I think giving power costs an action. What's the wording on it?
Yeah, giving power is not an action, healing is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got dice going in. What's going on here?
I'd imagine Okoye into Strange. He's thinking your 2-threat did it. My 2-threat's going to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Blocking 2, so taking 1.
No, it takes nothing because a reverse. I know it's only energy and mystic, isn't it? The
Yeah.
reverse PS.
And it looks like Okoye shook Root as well.
Setting himself up for next turn. Yeah, that's.
It does put him on 5 though, but obviously with 1 health left, I don't think it matters too much.
He's also bumped out of the being able to hit a Koye with the AoE.
Yeah.
Because it is a Mystic AoE, and Mystic attacks make Okoye sad.
Here comes one of the
That creates
characters that we forgot about, Magic.
that creates only side 2 though. So it doesn't need to be doing all of this jiggery pokery. You can just run
Yeah.
straight across it. I mean, is he hoping he can bump onto that back point? Not bump, sorry, limbo step.
I think he's trying to, yeah.
I think he's going to be out. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had just gone straight across because of that size 2 terrain, I think he might have made it.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm making notes of questions to ask them.
Perfect. Good co-host.
Mhm. If I was Valk, I would just go back and just hit magic here, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to really
Because
put myself next to Matt's Thor
he
at
will,
all.
yeah, I think, is he hoping to charge here, get the power? Yeah, I think I'd have played more conservatively here, moved charged onto my own back demon's point and hit magic.
Yeah, because she's obviously holding a scroll as well, so that would be impactful.
It's very close whether he's in range here, and he'll need to get some damage through to get enough power to even throw Wong off the point.
Yeah,
Magic is just as squishy as Wong. Slightly more wounds, but
looks like he's realised he's out of range, so he's going to move on to the middle and possibly just throw Strange off.
yeah, that does guarantee him the point.
And it does almost force Strange to spend power to get into a better position or a move action.
Well, is he going to be able to throw? Because Strange only has 1 health left. So he is going to throw him. I wonder if he's going to try and throw him into. Valk's only got a small throw, doesn't she?
There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. There we go. He's going to throw him into that bulldozer to daze him, and I think that's good. If you
Yeah,
daze him, he's going to have a big activation next round anyway because of Prio. But now at least he's not going to have two of them.
yeah.
So yeah, he takes the last wound and dazes.
Sometimes I think it feels better to leave people on one health, but because of the way the game's going, I think Dave just wants to potentially KO him for next round.
Yeah, I think particularly because Matty has Prio next round as well. If you daze him, then he's on his injured side already, rather
Yeah,
than getting to
definitely.
activate, then getting dazed, and then having another turn. Because Dave might just KO him next round, and it forces Matty like he's got to go with either Sorcerer Supreme or Thor.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so despite all the action, we're still even on score.
So if I was Matty, I think I'd go with Thor first to get rid of that size 4 so Bill doesn't just throw it into someone.
Yeah, I mean, Matty's story is flesh of power, so he could throw himself and throw the size 4. Um, I think I would probably start by throwing myself into Valkyrie and then or maybe throw myself into Thor, into Loki, I beg your pardon.
Here we go, yeah. Throw a size 4 into Loki.
Yeah. Um, his throw's only range 2, not range 3. He had the range 3 out there, but I think he was within range. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, Loki. Loki is boss. Okay, so Loki can't use the Asgard leadership himself, so he's going to take 2 damage, but I think Dave will feel okay about that.
2 damage, but he's given himself 2 power, even though he's got stun, which is. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. He's throwing himself into Loki now.
That's not. So he's blocking 1, so he's taking 3.
Great.
Now I would
Great.
attack someone else and just hope to get a wild to take out Loki there.
Yeah, I agree. He's put way too much power on though, because of the stun.
Yeah.
I don't think Dave will mind Loki going down particularly because it leaves his own 4 up.
See, I'd be tempted to go after either potentially Valkyr, because Thor having root still, he hasn't got enough power yet to do anything. He can obviously
Yeah, I
still
agree.
build
Well,
it into Strange, but then Strange can
Valkyrie
try
is
to.
a bit of a fast cannon.
Yeah,
Mm. If he rolls the wilds, he will potentially chip enough damage into Thor to give him the power to use his superpowers, though.
but also he could bodyguard it onto Okoye, and Loki is out of range free of Okoye, so that could save Loki.
Good points.
There we go into Valkyrie. I like that more than into Thor.
Yeah, I agree.
Only 3 so far. Blocking. Okay, so we've got 4. We've got 2 damage going into Loki and Thor, but I'd be tempted to not chip damage into Thor and just into Loki potentially.
If you trigger it, do you, after start choose any. Yeah, it's equal to or less. So you're
Yeah,
right. He could just not chip the damage into Thor. Um, he has chipped it into Loki, Dave's Loki. They
yeah,
haven't put damage on Thor, so you're right. He might not have chosen that option.
yeah. Which I think is better. Oh, there we.
Oh
Oh, there we
no,
go.
there it is.
Okay.
Um,
It'll be interesting if he picks it up straight away or whether he'll leave it just in case of getting the push.
yeah, I think he'll leave it and attack Valk again.
Yeah. Or is he thinking about doing a spender now so he gets the place?
It's like he's got plenty of power. Um,
I do think if he does a spender into Thor, though, it will go into Okoye.
yeah, which will put him out of range of picking up that scroll as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the spender. Uh, Figure out who it's going into in a minute. Once they, I'd imagine he's picking Thor. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Okoye going to take this? Oh, oh my word.
Just got a bit of lag this side. Have they rolled dice? Have they? Oh, there we go.
They
Oh
have
wow.
been.
Oh, there we go. 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, and it
As
went
we
into
thought going
Okoye. Yeah,
into Okoye.
yeah.
Um,
It'll be very tight. I don't. I think he might be able to pick the scroll up. It's close.
yeah, it might be okay. Dave will be very glad that that hit didn't go into his Thor. Oof, is that just? It is just out.
Yeah.
Sad noises from Matty. So Matty didn't bring Ironbound books, did he? And Valk's
No.
got power. I wonder if he activates Valk and does Warrior of Legends and just tries to take Strange off the board with Valk, or maybe with his Thor.
Yeah, I don't. I don't like Stranger's odds of surviving this.
I suppose Thor is more reliable. He's got more dice. You're relying on the crits and wilds from Valk, and if he gets some power, he's got a throw as well. I think he's got an angle to throw himself into him. I think he has.
Yeah, I think I would throw myself into Strange first, see how much damage you do, and then just uh, potentially double tap him. Um,
Yeah, I mean, if the throw does enough damage and he gets him in one attack, he's also got an attack into one, probably.
yeah,
Um,
or is he just gonna
will he,
take out
will he
magic?
risk it as well? I think he has to try and take out Strange here. I think
Yeah,
Strange is a much bigger threat. And if we get to the end of round 3 and Matty has lost Shang-Chi and Strange and Thor's on his flip side, yeah, here we go. Thor throw. You can see the power going down.
yeah. Or is he doing his?
Yeah, he's
Oh, he's doing a spender. It's a 10 dice physical spender.
okay. So just not enough power to pay for the re-rolls.
Oh, that's not a
It's not a
good
great hit.
spender. Um,
No, it's a good block from Matty as well.
he hasn't got. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah,
so
2 going
two.
through. He does get the throw as well. Which I'd imagine he's going to throw him into Wong, but which potentially might get Strange out of range with the bump.
Yeah, they'll both get to bump as well. So Matty can bump Wong backwards first before he bumps Strange backwards, assuming that Wong takes damage off the throw.
Yeah.
Dave has no power to.
Oof,
Okay.
okay. Unless he's just deciding to murder Wong.
Maybe, but yeah, I'd have gone all in on Strange then, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'd have probably bumped Strange the other way because if he's going to take a point of chip damage off the wild if when Dave
Yeah,
attacks Wong, yeah.
and he's got 9 power, so he can easily place himself 3 into the action again as well.
Okay, here's Thor's dice, and
Oof.
it's very dead.
Yeah. Yeah. 3 into yeah.
So there's 2 scrolls on the floor now, and the only people who don't have them that could get them are Dave's Thor, who's gone and won't be in range, then Bill and Strange.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see him stay on the floor potentially, unless he puts Wong's right by Bill.
Yeah, I don't love that placement. Surely Strange will just teleport in, pick it up.
Yeah, I'd have put it right by Bill on the other side of a demon, so
Yeah, me too.
it gives Strange a bad choice. Or was he thinking about placing within 3, then doing his area attack?
I think so, yeah. Try and daze Valk. It is Bill's weakest defense, isn't it? He's only 3 Mystic.
Yeah, yeah, I don't hate it. It'll be interesting to see if that might be out of range of Thor potentially. Oh no, he's
Matthew
in.
doesn't. Matthew doesn't have anyone that can playing a pole dart, does he? No. I mean, Strange could play it, but then he wouldn't have the power to do the AOE.
Yeah,
I think playing a pole dart into Bill here would be pretty good. No, we got the AOE, so let's see which order he's doing.
the 2 dice. I'm guessing that's because it's Falk incinerated. Um, only
Yeah,
taking
I've got
2, so I'd imagine we'll see a reroll here from Matty. Yeah, there we go. 2 again.
Yeah, so Valk will probably pay for the leadership.
Yeah,
Yeah, here it
called
is.
it.
Nice.
Only taking the 1, which is what Matty doesn't want to see really. Does he heal 1 with the triggers? Uh, yeah, you got a wild and a shield. Here we go. Who
He
goes
gets
the
to heal
second
one.
one?
Oh no, one he stays, isn't he? So this is into
Oh, that's
Bill.
much
Oh
better.
god. Oh, I
Oof,
don't think Matty
8.
will be re-rolling that.
No, definitely not. It'll be interesting to
Oh,
see whether he uses Odin's Blessing here or whether he just allows. Oh, there we go. There's Odin's, which he
I
can
mean,
pay. Yeah.
he didn't even roll his crit in, so I think it was pretty obvious he was just going to Odin's that. Yeah, that's sad for Matty because that was a hell of a roll.
Yeah.
As he paid to reduce it to 0 as well.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
think he
say
had. Yeah, he
Bill's
had.
amazing with Odin's because he can pay the 3 for the card and then pay an extra, so he takes a 0.
Do you think Odin's is for the exceptional treatment, John?
I think so. I think the way that um, Asgard are at the moment, I don't think they need any sort of. Well, they don't need Odin's to the fact that it gives the opponent a fighting chance in the attrition front.
Yeah.
I
So
think.
it's a massive hit Matty's just done into Dave's Thor.
Oh, nice. With
Has he got enough to get him? He's got him,
oh,
hasn't he? Oh no, it's 6, and he's got 7 left. He's going to leave him on 1.
oh, that was a massive
Um,
hit.
and he didn't get a shield, so he doesn't heal himself either.
Oh, here's the counter. This might just
I, I
take it.
say nay, the villain. Yeah, I agree though. I think Odin has to go.
Yeah, because I think. Oh, there's just 2, so he survives on 1. Yeah, I think Asgard can out attrition practically any affiliation at the moment. So having Odin's on top of that just feels really rough.
Yeah, I agree. Odin's recovery coming soon.
Yeah,
Um, which only leaves Xavier's dream then. The AMG seem to want to do away with kind of cards that just automatically keep you alive, and Xavier's is probably the best version of that because you can split the cost across lots of models as well.
you certainly can. I believe it's only 1 power per character though, isn't it? So I think if you
No, I think you can play as much as you want. Okay, so Matty's gone into Valve with his next action. Dave has accepted his inevitable demise.
yeah, allied characters may spend 1 power to play this card. For each power spent, reduce the damage by 1. But it's still very very strong. So Matty is coming back quite strong on the attrition front, but it almost feels too little, too late, as they're all going to wake up and start.
I mean, Doctor Strange is just guaranteed to be dead here
Yeah,
because Beta Ray Bill just throws him for the 1 wounds that he's got left. Oh no, he's used all this thing from. Okay, so Matty has teleported him away, which means he hasn't picked up a scroll.
so yeah, Bill's got one chance of taking him out here.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't take him out, it's probably okay. Dave has priority again
Yeah,
because we've still got magic to go and she's got not a lot to do. Maybe she'll try and Dave's Thor.
yeah, or potentially leaving him on 1 because I feel like yeah, it's a
If
tricky one.
I'm Dave, I think I just walk, pick up a scroll. No, he's trying to kill him.
Yeah,
Well, it's come up good.
yeah.
It's a good hit.
Well, Matt will re-roll these, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
gonna.
so
No, it's
Dave,
definitely not enough.
will Dave pay for his reroll just in case? No, because it's like you said, it's not enough.
Yeah, he's got 5 commodity.
Okay, so they're leaving all the scrolls on the floor and just embracing violence. Dave is going to have Prio to try and take out Matty's Thor, which which isn't super easy where he is actually, because there's no terrain for Thor to throw at him. The angle to throw himself into him isn't great.
So it looks like he's just decided to leave Thor on 1 health and just to
Yeah,
move
okay.
magic onto the point.
So what do we get? Get two for Matty and just one for Dave. Who's about to collect himself another condition, but I don't suspect Dave will mind too much.
No.
So Matty's leadership has gone now as well. No bumping around in response to attacks.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who Dave goes with first. Whether he's going
I
to
think he
try to
has to go
just,
with his Thor, right?
yeah, just to try to choose violence, either to get away from Matty's Thor or just to try to take him out himself.
Yeah, he could throw himself into Wong, pick up a scroll, hit Wong a couple of times, and just chill out at the back.
Yeah,
Um,
which I don't hate.
Dave's Thor has the advantage that he's still on his healthy side, so we can afford to not overcommit here.
Yeah.
He's still got Rainbow Bridge as well, and basically no one holding anything. Well, no, he doesn't have anyone holding.
No.
So he could Rainbow Bridge his entire team around. Going into Wong.
Uh, by
Oh,
one.
oh,
By one.
oh.
He hasn't even rolled with crits in
Nice.
it. He's just, yeah.
Okay.
So I think here, I think Dave just attacks Matt's Dave because I think even if he moves away, uh, he can attack Valk, push Valk towards Thor, just deal with chip damage anyway. So I feel like he just has to put some damage into Thor and see what happens.
I think so, yeah. Make Matty's Thor try and do stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I was saying, Dave's Thor, he's only got one health left, but he probably doesn't care because he'll try and do as much as possible. Okay, so I think Dave didn't like that angle into the opposing Thor, so he's going to throw himself into magic. I like that.
yeah.
She's, pretty vulnerable. Oh, she's blocking
What's
well though.
2? Yeah.
So I think we'll probably get a spender here. Do you think he'll do it into magic or into Thor?
Potentially into Thor. I mean, Thor can counter strike him and take him out, but it also gives the throw as well. Uh,
So just going for a builder. Oh, wow.
that is a
Dave's Thor dice.
yeah. Oh,
Both the correct. Another one for the leadership. I mean, Matty's rolled 2, so he must be rolling with magic here.
yeah.
But she is squished.
And that's all the scrolls on the floor now.
Yeah, I wonder if Dave will pick this one up.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think I would as well. I think he's got so much power, and that now forces Matthew's Thor to at least throw himself into him.
Yeah.
So he's
He does
getting
get
pushed.
pushed. Yeah. I think I'll just push him within range three of Valk, and I think just start trying to take some of Dave's characters off the board.
I think so. Yeah, I think Matty will probably just try and kill Thor with the chip damage. Actually, won't he?
Yeah, I think so. So potentially trying to take Valk out here.
I think so. I
Just
think
doesn't
he'll
want
attack
to.
Val
Yeah,
before he does the throw.
he just doesn't want to one shot Valk because then he's got nothing nothing to put the range of the chip damage on.
Yeah, and I think that's why he won't throw himself into her first.
Yeah,
So he's going to throw himself into Loki.
which I quite like. Looks like here goes a throw into Loki, as we said. Takes two.
Yeah, despite this Thor being very excellent and having very good attacks, he's clearly fat Thor because he is size 3 now for some inexplicable reason.
Yeah,
I would suggest that might be one of the changes that AMG make.
yeah. So he's
Okay, so
aim.
Matthew's
Hopefully, they both don't
he's
think that
still,
it's a range three throw.
yeah, he's measuring it out, and he did that last time as well, but he was within 2, so it was okay. But
Yeah.
I'm sure Dave will know. Dave plays a lot of Asgard.
Ooh, he doesn't. Well, it doesn't matter if this converts because he hasn't one shot her, which is good.
Dave re-rolls out of that wild,
Yeah.
which is something you can do. No, he's going to try and keep her up.
So yeah, she's taking three, and I'd imagine that one chip damage will go on to Thor.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Unless he's thinking about trying to KO quite a few people, still having priority, and then taking Thor out next round. There we go. Yeah, so it's gone on
Me?
to Loki.
Okay, I don't love that because Dave still has everyone to activate, who
Yeah,
I imagine will all be throwing everything into this Thor.
which will leave poor Magic to deal with a whole team.
Yeah, I mean, Dave's got enough power to double summon the storm as well. 6 dice with 2 rerolls.
Yeah,
It's also the same thing we said about Strange at the start of last turn. It's all very well leaving him on 1. I guess he does have prior though, won't he? So it's not as bad.
yeah,
Matty's going for a spender by the look of it. He's
yeah.
like, try and kill Loki.
Problem is, for more dice, for more chances of rolling skulls, which has got two
Yeah,
there, but it's still a good attack. So
I would
it's
recall this if I was Dave.
five into two. So he is dying at the moment. But yeah, there we go. Recalibration. Yeah, because
Yeah,
Thor can't
it leave.
re-roll his skulls, which is obviously still very very good for Loki.
Yeah, recall on Loki is such a good card.
Yeah, definitely.
It's still close though. It's still close. There's a lot of dice coming back in.
Oof. Okay.
And Dave's defense is still 0.
Oh,
So that is a dead Loki. That's a massive, massive activation for Matthew's Thor. That is.
definitely.
But
And it is.
Valk is still out.
Oh, it's. I was just about to say, was it before or after the throw? Because I was going to say, if the throw was before, that would have been very very good on Matty's side. But it's the place before than the throw after.
Yeah. So he can probably pick up this scroll. But Valk has got enough to live the dream. She can Dragonfang Warrior of Legends, and she can do it twice if Matty doesn't get, stays there. If he gets pushed, I think Dave just pushes him into Valk.
Yeah, I think Valk's in a dangerous position though, where if she does do a bit of damage to Thor and he counter strikes, he could potentially KO her.
Yeah, good point.
So
Good point.
maybe Bill goes first, which we're seeing now, and just see whether
Yeah,
he can do it first.
double summon the storm, and he's outside of range of the chip damage as
Yeah,
well. Okoye is probably within range at the moment, but she could back off and just throw a spear at him if he wanted. I do think Dave needs to go all in on Thor here, though, because of Matty having Prio. If he takes Thor off, I think they call it. There's no way back.
yeah, because if oh, I don't like this.
I don't like it either.
Because if
Dave can't
Thor
surprise.
survives, Thor's got it in him to Dave's Thor and potentially KO two characters as well, which brings Matty straight back into it. Oh, there we go.
Summon a
He's
storm. This is what we thought.
yeah,
Dave doesn't have a leadership either anymore.
gets two rerolls.
Doesn't need it though. He can
That's
re-roll that
pretty
skull with
good.
Summon the Storm. Oh, so he hasn't re-rolled the skull, which Summon the Storm does let you do.
Yeah, still 5 into 2.
Yeah, but he had another re-roll.
He did. It makes up for the route earlier. Yeah, as we said, Thor's out of range 3 for his counter strike. So I think we just see another Summon the Storm. Yeah,
Yeah. It's another good one as
oof.
well. Always happy to see a crit when you've got re-rolls.
Yeah, certainly.
So Thor's only blocking one.
So he
Yeah,
is
he's
dead.
dead.
Yeah, I think if I was Matty
I
now,
think they'll probably
yeah, that is very big.
Yeah, I think they'll call it here because there's nothing Magic can do against all of this. And Dave can still score 4 points this round as well. Valk can get a scroll and a point. Okoye can get a scroll and a point. 5 points, sorry, because Thor has one already.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Matty's letting him play it out, which is good sportsmanship. So yeah, Dave's just tidying up now. It'll be interesting to see if Matt wants to go another round just to see what Magic can do. So yeah, it goes to 11 to Dave and 9 to Matt.
Yeah, Matt will stay on 8 because Magic stays, so she's not scoring that
Oh
point.
yeah, she is dazed yet. Oh, here goes Rainbow Bridge. It will make him drop the scroll though. He's decided against it.
Yeah, I don't know why he was there.
Well, it looks like Matt is ready to go another round. Let's see if Magic is really Magic and can swing us back for him.
I'm just stepping away for 2 minutes, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. So the best that Magic can do here is take Thor out and potentially KO Valkyrie. But again, that just won't help Matty out for the round after, unfortunately. And Okoye can just bodyguard as well, so that doesn't really help him out at all. Yeah, looks like he's trying to take Okoye out for the first attack. Which is a very good hit. Ooh. So if one of these converts, yeah, there we go. He has took Okoye out. And then I'd imagine he's just going to do a gainer into Thor.
So Magic's extracted some revenge.
Yeah, it looked like Magic limboed up, realised Okoye was in range of Thor, so decided to kill Okoye first, and also takes Thor out, which is nice. But again, there's no way Magic either survives this or uh, can do anything next round to bring this back for
Well,
Matty.
Dave now can't score out this round because he can only score a maximum of 4 points.
Yeah,
So yeah, he will. Imagine I attempt to kill Magic, who has helped him by getting pushed.
yeah. All Bill needs to do is double tap her, get one power, and then throw the size 3 into her.
I think Valk will just live the dream. There's no chip back damage now, so she can double Dragonfang Warrior of Legend because she's on 10 power.
Yeah, and I mean he'll probably let Valk do it. As Valk made a single attack this game.
I don't think so.
I
She
think
did the
she's just
throw on Strange.
yeah. I think she's just been wandering about. Yeah, here we go. Valk's going.
Yeah, there's the 5 power. She's going for the dream. Amazing when they work. Sad when you don't roll crits and wilds.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a terrible attack. At least she's got a wild, so 3 successes.
The magic's not blocking anything.
So she's taking 3. And I imagine Dave will spend another 5 power and do exactly the same.
Here we go, yeah.
Yeah, here it is.
The grand finale, possibly.
It's fairly poor again. It's only 2. Magic is still alive.
Yeah. Until Bill just goes and tries taking that.
But he can't. Yeah, he can't throw her at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine he'll just hit her anyway. Dave had some very hot dice on his Thor attacks, so as did Matty. Actually, Matty's Thor was very good. I don't suspect Dave will be too upset given how near to over this is. Here we go. Here's the Bill attack.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bill is showing Valk how it's done.
There we go. Wow, wow. Yeah, that was rough from the start, unfortunately, for Matt, with Shang going down so early. He's rolling some dice, but it just the game stops straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah, the game is immediately over as soon as the opposing side is fully KO'd, and even if you're on less victory points, you claim victory at that point.
Yeah.
Should we give them a minute or so before we jump over, John?
Yeah, we'll give them a minute, and then we'll jump in. But yeah, unfortunately, the Wizards couldn't deal with the Asgardians, even if they had the main Asgardian themselves.
Yeah, real Thor proved he was better than Wizard Thor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a shame to see. I could see Matt's game plan of Shang just trying to give out as many stuns as possible. I mean, the Bane of Damballa play was really, really nice with giving everyone roots. But yeah, unfortunately, Asgard just showed their strength in the end and just showed no mercy.
Yeah, Matty's Convocation list is generally set up for violence. He's got mostly quite aggressive crises normally, although I think he might have tweaked this roster a bit knowing he was going into Asgard, because I saw riots in there, I think, which he doesn't usually run. Okay, so they're done. So let's jump over to their room and have a chat to them.
Brilliant. I'll meet you over there, mate. Hey guys.
He comes strolling in here.
Thank you so much for letting us stream this game. Congratulations to Dave for the win. We'll go over to Matty first. How did you feel with this game? What was your game plan? And
I mean, I kind of wanted when he moved Thor up. I was like, right, Shang-Chi dives, and then I had basically a big brain play of trying to hopefully get Roller Skull, what a pity, kind of bump in range to be able to push him after the attack's resolved. But then I realized I resolved first, so I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, Shang-Chi's in a bad spot now. And then, it kind of went downhill from there because he just got eaten up.
Yeah.
I mean, he died pretty early on, and then I was playing 4 threat down. Didn't still do too bad.
No, you did very well, mate. It was, Shang going down really early was sad to see, unfortunately. We did like your Bane of Damballa play. That was really, really nice.
We both think we got it, but
yeah, we both got root for most of the game, but it wasn't the point.
No, we did notice that the root's getting forgotten, particularly on Thor's activation.
Yeah. Like I don't think I activated mine with root on. I think you just dazed him before I got to use him, but then we just kind of backpedaled.
Did my Thor have the power, or would it have messed up his power?
We think he paid for one reroll that he wouldn't have had the power for.
Well, if anyone's listening to this, I certainly apologise. I did go to pay the power retrospectively.
It's fine. I forgot to. I only noticed afterwards, and he was like, I'll just take the 2 power. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. We'll go with that.
It's very easy to catch things when you're not in the heat of a game.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I have no idea what the Bane of Dundala was.
Just mass root.
Is that a specific counter for Asgard, Matty? Because like Dave, I didn't know what that card was. I had to double check it, and we, like John said, we really like the way you used it round 1. Is that a specific Asgard counter you've been using?
Any attrition team that's willing to just step up in the middle and group. When he had a Koya, I was like, okay, so he's probably going to all stand within like a range 2 bubble. I was like, easy. It was kind of going to happen. It was just a good opportunity to use the card, to be fair. Like, getting 4 models in it, pretty nice.
Absolutely. And we realised that was going to, if you otherwise ignored it, that was going to make a Koya have to wait till turn 3 to be able to do anything useful.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
But yeah,
we thought at the start of the game.
Sorry, Karen.
I was just going to say, we thought at the start of the game your plan was going to be kind of get as much stun out as you can with Shang-Chi and then Bane of Dambala and root people as well. But as you've already indicated, poor old Shang-Chi was not for this world.
No, like even when he like got KO'd, he was on 1 health, like pretty much before I could do anything with him. So I was like, I can't go in because Loki's there. And I just roll a skull and I just died mid-activation. So I was kind of like, I have to go in with Strange and kind of displace him. And then got that, and I was like, yeah, Shang-Chi's still not going to live. The only other thought was like run away with him, but I don't think that helped me, to be honest. But yeah, it was just kind of rough on Shang-Chi. Maybe don't dive him into Asgard. Turn 1.
Yeah, it was quite funny though, because it felt like a 17 threat game until late round 2, because of where Magic and Valk were like. They were like, we don't want any part of this. Let's just let them fight.
Yeah. I mean, and then just losing my leadership, I was kind of sad because I kind of wanted to get Valkyrie and Thor off the board, Loki off the board at the same time, but I couldn't bump in a range 2 of the terrain. Like, I had on my leadership. That was kind of my other plan, but and then I was like, yeah, that.
When Strange went down, you did say, remind me, if I try and bump, remind me I don't have a leadership.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, you did. Not used to losing Strange, to be fair. Not that used to it.
Yeah. So Matt, talking outside of this game, you are up in Stockton, and would you like to tell us a little bit about your local game store and where do you get most of your games in?
Yeah, it's Protec in Stockton, the industrial estate. It's a really nice place, to be fair. Like, Ant's a really good TO.
Yeah.
I just kind of always like games in every week, every Wednesdays and Fridays normally. People are down playing MCP, so it's fantastic. And it's just a good venue, to be fair.
Yeah,
and they are making more space for more MCP.
Yeah, we've all been, and it's a very, very nice venue. And he's got as you said, he's well, he's not personally, but yeah, Protec's expanding, and there's a massive 64 player event coming up next.
Yeah, big 2-day.
Is it February? If I want to say,
I best look at that, because otherwise I'll get shouted at.
It's the 1st, 2nd of February.
Yeah,
in my calendar, because I think all of us on this call are going. Are you going, Dave?
For once, I think I am. And I was going to say, I think it's February as well, which means it's not. It's probably in June.
Quick question about your roster, Matty. You normally, I know, having played you a few times, tend to kind of embrace violence for Convocation. I think I noticed Scoundrels and Riots in your secures.
Yep.
Have you just taken a general change, or was that because you knew you'd be going into Asgard?
No, that's just something I've been playing with for a while. Kind of feels nicer having the extra power. Rhino's really good at rotating on both maps. And then Thor, to be fair, I can just, if I want to take him and the threat's high enough, I can just throw him up his side and not really care about it. No, it's just they've got a really good game on it, to be fair. Like Magic with a bump can get between the objectives relatively easy without actually spending actions. Same with Rhino, same with Zemo that I take. No, I just there's just a really good map layout, and I don't really have to fight people as much then. And Convo and 1v1s are kind of better, like the most part. I tend to feel like I get the upper hand with that, with the bump, because I can just bump out of range of the first attack. So just wide maps kind of suit me at the moment, I think.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
I feel the bump does. I've forgotten about the bump quite a few times, and it does catch people out, especially when you throw another character into someone else and they can both bump out the way.
Yeah.
So
It was
yeah.
like when Thor doing the 3, where basically I could bump all 4 people off one attack, so you kind of roll 3 wild. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll just bump my whole team away from you.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I don't want part of that.
Loki's leadership would allow people to bump onto a point, which actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Matt. Over to the victor, Dave. Well done, mate. Again, it was a very, very good match. We were both, me and Jonah were saying that we let you off playing Asgard because you have been playing them for about 4 years. So we yeah, you get a pass, so it's all good. But what was your game plan? What were the things that you were what went well or what didn't go well? What was your feeling on the game?
Yeah, sure. So once it was my secures, and it was demons, that locks in. I mean, the 15 base is pretty locked in anyway, but
Yeah.
sometimes you take Sif and not Bill if you're maybe a bit wider or a different layout. But this with demons is exactly Bill, which means it's exactly Thor 2. And especially with initiative,
Yeah.
it's exactly Brothers in Arms. So violence was definitely the plan. I was thinking whoever he puts, either he puts no one forward until the last activation, or he puts someone forward, and I didn't really mind who, but I'll pick on them. And it was looking like it would be Thor, so I picked on Thor a little bit, and then Shang-Chi arrived. I was like, okay, I'll pick on Shang-Chi. I was expecting to daze someone maybe top of round 2, and we were just saying before you joined the call that I got really lucky dazing Shang-Chi round 1 so I could remove him round 2. That was big. And as he said, like playing 4 threat down is a big hill, I think, to climb. Thor versus Thor was interesting. His Thor had a bump, which was very annoying in that game. A couple of times, really, I had to think about where I was going to go because a bump would get people out of range. But my Thor has Brothers in Arms and Odin's Blessing available. I think that probably tipped it in my Thor's favour.
Yeah, definitely.
I was another thing. I probably would have taken Scourge over Valkyrie. I don't normally like Scourge as much as Valkyrie. Valkyrie's my absolute bae, except for the fact she couldn't kill magic just there at the end. So, and in Demons where people are incinerated, I thought Scourge would be the one. Except he's got 2 Mystic Defense. I thought no, he will just die.
Yeah, that's pretty rough against Convocation with the 2 Mystic.
Yeah, I thought so. But no, otherwise, yeah, it was going to be grab a couple of scrolls, stay in the middle, do some punching. I did some punching.
Definitely. The 2 last attacks Valk did, I was trying to figure it out. Was that the only 2 attacks she did all game?
No, she did a charge.
Did she do that?
No, she walked, didn't she? She walked.
Threw Doctor Strange off the point. So she walked, picked it up, walked through Doctor Strange, got dazed before she could activate, and then made those 2 attacks.
Yeah.
And did 3 damage.
Yeah, she built all that up and yeah, fluffed. But no, it was really good game. Talking about local gaming store, obviously I know that you travel a lot to events, but is there a local gaming store to you, or what's the closest one to you?
Talking to me?
Yes, yeah.
You've already done it, haven't you? Yeah, so my local, so I live in Preston in Lancashire.
Yeah.
I don't have a local gaming store that plays Marvel heavily.
Okay.
So my closest to something like that is Element Games, which I think everyone will know.
Yeah.
Feel pretty feel pretty thankful for that. I've got a local gaming group. We do play Marvel, but it's one of a number in our rotation. So it's not really Marvel heavy up here.
Yeah.
But Elements is definitely the nearest one. Yeah, and I try and get across to a shop called Protec whenever I can, because they're really good guys.
They are pretty good guys, yeah. Not being biased or anything, but they're good guys, aren't they, Matty?
Yes.
Jonah, have you got any questions for Dave at all?
Just a question about obviously the new restricted list. We're only a week into it. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like it's brought Asgard down enough, or do you still feel really strong?
I think there's a lot of play around, and I do think there's more play around the new Asgard than people are realizing, or that people are willing to admit, because they are still very strong. I like the idea of factions having their own unique, restricted preferences. I personally think that's going to be healthier for the game than there being 2 or 3 that pretty much everyone takes.
Yeah.
So currently my restricted is Brothers in Arms and Researcher. So yeah, Brace is a really good card, but you know what? I've got to live without it. Sacrifice was an absolute game changer for me for a long time. I'm going to have to learn to play without it, but it gives me that Asgard flavor. I mean, certainly Brothers in Arms, it's a restricted card that requires 2 specific characters. That's really niche, but it makes Asgard feel like Asgard. You don't feel like generic cards with a faction attached to it. And I like that, and I'd like them to do more powerful stuff, but restricted to within factions, so you get more of that flavor.
Nice. Do you feel like, do you feel like researchers, obviously this is the first one that they've restricted on Crisis. Do you still feel like it's a good pick, being that you've got a 33% chance of getting it if they pick your reds?
I mean, I think, it's more psychological. It's more because I think if my opponent loses initiative, or my opponent wins initiative, I don't necessarily think they want my secures. I think they will pick my reds. So you're right. But it makes them think. It's that little bit of psychological difference. And I am kind of showing peek behind the curtain here. I don't know. I'll play because I guess if I always pick my secures, or I most of the time pick my secures, and that takes it from 1 in 3 to 1 in 6 games that I'll be playing Research.
Yeah.
Which might not make it worth it. But I don't know. Again, I like the flavor of it. And I don't even think I've played these new guys on Researcher. I might have done. Honestly, can't remember. We'll see. I'm doing it more.
Sorry, Karen.
So good. No, for now I'm doing it more to see if that works, to see, can I get away without Brace? Can I get away without Sacrifice, rather?
Yeah.
I've not used Brace for a long time. I've just learned to live without it.
No, I like that. As you said as well, like if people don't like your blues and they see that you've got Researcher, it will make them double think of which one they actually pick.
Yeah.
So it's, as you said, it's more of a psychological fight than which is good. But brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for letting us stream again. As I said, this is the very first video on the YouTube channel, so feel privileged, guys. If it goes all the way up there, I'll give you some money towards it. So